Hey guys, welcome to day 7 of this 30-day email breakdown challenge. So I'm Leonard here. So as usual, we'll be breaking down one of the story-based emails from my inbox, and I'll be sharing with you all the analysis and all the takeaways and what you should do and what you should not do in your business when writing emails to your list, to your audiences. Yeah, so without further ado, let's dive into it. So today we'll be breaking down one of the emails from Chris Orzechowski. Sorry. So he's one of so I know him through the Copy Chief community, and he has really helped me in here's the story behind this. When I first joined Copy Chief, right, I I didn't know what kind of media, what kind of platform I wanted to focus on. So I watched one of his training videos in Copy Chief. So Chris gave a very detailed analysis of how to write emails for to your list in a way that it sells and it connects. So it really inspired me to become an email copywriter, and and that has led me to where I am today. Yeah, so I'm very thankful for that. For his work that he has been working on it. So and he has managed to influence copywriters like me. So thank you, Chris. So without further ado, let's dive into today's email. So subject line: what is freedom? So as usual, this creates a question in your reader's mind that oh, there's a question here, so I'm gonna look for the answer in this email, which it really provides the email. Yep. So remember to always provide the answer to the question, which is your remember remember to provide the question in your copy. Remember to provide the answer in your copy when you ask the question in your subject line like this: what is freedom? Which he really does it well. Yeah, and we will look into it in a short while. So as you know, the hope here is freedom, how to achieve freedom. And okay, let's move on. As I've moved from through my career as a freelance email copywriter to an agency owner and CEO of my own organization. So I'll just skip a little bit here. My business used to be pretty simple and straightforward: sell a project, deliver a project. Not anymore. One of the things I've been doing is into EOS, is the VTO exercise. So you are supposed to write down your goals for 1, 3, and 10 years, and you gotta identify the core values of your organization, and you gotta do something else called your core focus. So the moment when he started his email right here, he's telling a personal story. So it is obvious, right? He said, as I have moved from, so it's about him. So personal story. This is about personal story. And another thing that I think he does it well is the mixture of sentence length, which creates a rhyme to the audience. It's kind of like sitting on a roller coaster, and you are going up the slope and slowly build up the momentum, and after it reaches the peak, and it blasts it all down. So this is what I mean, like a mixture of sentence length that create a rhyme over there. Yep, it's like roller coaster. Yep, which you can definitely use it in your business too. It's very effective in a way that it makes reader keep reading. So this is the why does your business exist question. So this is the why about your question, about your business, sorry. So what is the purpose of this organization? What exactly is it that you do for people? So this is about the why. And he summarizes everything here into this one, uh not really simple and not really complex. I would say it's like it's a summarized sentence of this few sentence right here. So what is one common theme present in all of the outcomes you create for people across your entire brand with all your products? So this is the why of your business. Why you created all these products and what you want to achieve for the people that you are serving. So he summarizes all the sentence here in front into this one whole chunk. So after thinking long and hard on this, I'm getting closer and closer to landing the plane. So we help people get leverage, build wealth, and achieve freedom. So I don't know. So this is his why about his movement. So I don't know why if that is exactly. I might have to work that around a bit, but if you drill all the way down to the core of everything I teach in this business, it's to help our students and clients accomplish these three things, especially the last part. So achieve freedom. So remember, he emphasized achieve freedom here, which answers back to these questions he he raised at the front of at his subject line. So after this all this sentence, he finally reviewed this part, which so I'll say at this part, right, his reader is gonna drop off is if he not gonna review the answer, which is achieve freedom. So luckily he managed to restate not restate but state the hook of this, which is the main point of this email, so that to keep the reader keep reading. So that's the one that hits home for me. So yes, as I say about this, and okay, so he linked from this sentence to another story that that he does it every day. It's kind of like a routine for him. So he said every morning we take my son out for a walk around the neighborhood. Westfield is a walking town, so we can walk to the nearby elementary school and see all the kids and teachers shuffle into school each morning. I will never forget being one of those teachers. So, give you some, giving to give you some context about him. He's a teacher in past, and in the end he said enough is enough. So he transitioned from a school teacher into an email copywriter, yeah, email marketer. So, I will never forget having to commute to Westfield. Ironically, I taught at another school in the district when I was in the early 20s. I had to be somewhere at a certain time, 5 days a week. I wasn't allowed to. So I wasn't showing up. I wasn't going to show up. I had to get permission from a doctor. So I have a strict schedule. I couldn't go to the bathroom. So he's emphasizing on the lack of freedom of being a teacher. So this is to help. This is to support his message of achieving freedom. So he talked about how the lack of freedom, and he has to follow the salary guide and do a lot of shit that he didn't want to do. So teach in their way, their curriculum, and he had to deal with s- things that he doesn't want to think he doesn't want to deal with. So eventually I said fuck this, and I jumped off the side of the ship, and luckily I'm a good swimmer, and the shore wasn't too far off. I had to build a life rough for myself. So he's he's talking about the story where he brought his son out and he threw back to his past memory of being a teacher, and finally he went to the lack of he described the lack of freedom, the life of a teacher that describes the lack of freedom. Yep. And then he go on to use analogy to make it interesting and fun to read. So he used an analogy like uh, he positioned himself in the middle of the sea, and he jumped off the side of the ship, and luckily he's a good swimmer, and the shore wasn't too far away, so he had to build a life craft for himself. So email marketing was the tool. So remember, take note here, he's trying to transition by saying that the tool that he needed to build the life craft is email marketing. And what's the life craft? The life craft is a tool, uh, an object, how can I phrase this? A way for him, a vehicle for him to escape from the lack of freedom being a teacher. Yep. So it was email marketing that gave me an opportunity to start earning money for myself. It was email marketing that helped me match my income from my day job. It was email marketing that helped me make enough where I could finally quit my teaching job and be my own girl boss for space. So this is kind of like a humor right here. So you can include some things if it if only if it suits your brand. Yep. And he emphasizes on how much email marketing has helped him, mainly by emphasizing it was email marketing that and he said at the time it was email marketing that helped him make enough to finally quit his teaching job and be his own boss. So he using this front few words, right? It emphasizes on the impact that email marketing has helped him a lot on have impacted him his life a lot. So I was able to become my own boss and work for myself and choose who I wanted to work with. Maybe my gravel were small, maybe they weren't that big of a deal, but maybe they were. I hate being confined. So he keeps saying that he hate being uh, locked up. He hate being tied up to something. Yep. And I felt like an animal in the zoo, free to roam around inside four walls but no further. Listen. So he's trying to transition from I, in this case is I, which is him, to you, his reader. So many of the people who read my emails are really in the business for themselves. Many have achieved at least some level of personal freedom outside the paradigm of the traditional work way. My goal with all these products I create and programs I promote is to help people like you develop the skills you need to break free. This is my mission. This is what I'm committed to. I believe my mentor Kevin Rogers called this sending the ladder back down. So this is okay. So he's promoting a product of for he's promoting an event for Kevin Rogers. So by saying this, he's creating a pre-frame for Kevin. Yep. So it's a smart move right here. So when he offered the call to action later on when people click onto the sales page and they find out that this event is hosted by Kevin Rogers, they won't be shocked about who's Kevin Rogers or that. But because he created this pre-frame for Kevin, so he did his audience know that Kevin is his mentor and has helped him a lot. That's why he called him a mentor, right? So it kind of create a pre-frame for Kevin and uh, that therefore will lead to a higher conversion rate in the sales page. Yeah, that's what I think. So that's why I'm here, and it felt good to write about this to help me vocalize my voice. I will tell you this: you live in a time where there are many different ways. There are many different avenues you can pursue to achieve whatever your definition of freedom is. If you are an email marketer or freelance copywriter, one of the options you might want to consider is attending Copy Chief's brand new live event. So he's giving them a solution to achieve freedom as a copywriter. Because like uh, he said here, if you are an email marketer or freelance copywriter, so uh, he's narrowing down his target audience because maybe he might be having some business owners in his list. Yep. So this is one of the ways that you can narrow down your audience to, especially if you have a huge audience. Yeah. So now this isn't one of my events, obviously, and but this is 100% in line with my ethos of my company, helping people get leverage, build wealth, and achieve freedom. I'm going to be speaking at this event, and I'm going to be opening the kimono about how I have built my own business. I think it's gonna be valuable for you. If you haven't already grabbed your ticket, then you make sure to click here to get your ticket for freelancing transformation bootcamp. So he talked about the offer and why he's promoting it. It is because it's 100% in line with his ethos of his company. And finally, he provided a CTA right here. And then he also included scarcity element, which is he put in the scarcity element in a I'll say in a authentic way because there's really scarcity right here. So if you're not sure about this event, so I'm personally in the Copy Chief community and I'm sure about this offer. So if you were to bought your tickets before a certain date, it will cost you this price, and before another date it will cost you another price. and it will keep increasing. So it's the best to catch the price early. That's why that's what he say here, which is absolutely authentic. Yeah. So whenever you are making your offer or putting scarcity element in it, right, you must always think through the authenticity of your scarcity element. Is it honest? Is it really a price? Is it really that your price will be up after a certain timing? Yep. So you must consider all this. Uh, you must have a heart to serve your audience and not just include scarcity element just because top copywriters, marketers said that. So you must consider that to be honest and authentic to your audience. Yep. So the framework he used here is, he talked about the way he do business. So last time he used to do it like sell a project and deliver a project, and now he found his why, and then one of his actors is to help his audience achieve freedom in their career uh, as a business owner. Yeah. So and then he uses a story to make that idea stick. So achieve freedom, and he used a story to make that idea stick. So I learned this from one of the books that I read called Make to Stick. So there are six elements in the book Make to Stick. So the fifth element is about story. I'm not sure is it the fifth or the sixth, but there's two elements is about uh, emotion and story. So when you're telling story, emotions definitely comes in. So these two is pretty much correlated. So I remember that to make an idea stick, uh, you might have you can provide a story to make that idea stick in uh, the reader's mind. So in this case, if Chris just said that to achieve freedom, it doesn't really give him the impact to make the idea stick in his reader's mind. That's why he he provided another story about every morning he will take his son to walk around the park or the Westfield. Yep. So this story make uh his readers take the idea of having achieving freedom. Yep. And then finally he transitioned to the offer and briefly talk about the offer and why he promote this offer, and he closed with with some scarcity elements right there. Yep. So two things good about this email is even though there's a lot of connection here, he still managed to connect the dots smoothly. So as you can see, all the parts that if you were to match the first part and the last part, it doesn't really uh, make sense. But if you were to read through every part and how he connect the dot, it makes perfect sense to that his it make perfect sense that and his email is very smooth. So you can have a look again by clicking on the link below, and you can download this PDF and read it on your own speed. Yep. And just take note on how he link every sentence and every idea from every point to each point below, every point from the top to the bottom. Yep. And the second thing I think is good about this email is his voice show his authenticity, so and a genuine heart to help his audience. So um as past as the older copywriters said, right, if you are how you are writing, how you are feeling will directly affect how your writing is, which is definitely true. If you are feeling less enthusiastic about your product, right, your readers will feel it. So it's good to have a good feeling about helping them and have a genuine heart before you start writing anything, because if you might not see it, but your readers will definitely see it. So must be careful about that. So having a genuine heart will really impact them and connect with them, and and definitely sell your product, right? So one area of improvement that I think Chris should make is, so this improvement is not to meant to ever anyone. So it's just my opinion. So is to get to the point faster by removing some parts of his email. For example, I think that he can he can immediately jump to this part uh, and remove the front part. So I'm not sure what how you think about it. If you were to remove the front part and start from this part, I think it sounds the same though. Yeah, because he's talking about freedom, and this story alone has the capability to carry the entire idea out. So I think it's pretty good to just start with every morning we take my son out for a walk around the neighborhood. That Yep, then he can continue all the way. Cause this is also to shorten the email. Cause I personally feel that this is a bit too long. Yep. So that's just my opinion on this. Do you have any opinions that you would like to share? And please feel free to just comment below at the comment section below. So likewise, if you want to get a copy of this PDF, you can just click on the link below, or there's a link in the description below. And like always, if you like this video, just click the thumbs up below, and remember to subscribe to my channel so you get notified for when the next video is uploaded. Alright, see you later.